Welcome to Assertiveness, the show that gives ordinary South Africans a space to talk, discuss, debate everything and anything that really matters to them. Today we're going to discuss baby mama drama. Yeah, drum roll. Bah! Okay, guys. I don't know why I did that. It just felt like the right thing to do. But in any case, you guys can forgive me at home. You're lying in bed with your bae. It is 12 o'clock at night and phone rings and baby mama's like, their baby is sick. 12 o'clock? Really? The baby was not sick at 11, got sick at 12 o'clock? But that is what happens. It's reality. Guys, anyway, welcome. My name is Nicolette Mashile, and you can find me on Twitter at I am Coco Mash. Yes, I'll tell you the story of how I got that name someday, not today, but you know, that's fine. Anyway, let's do some quick introductions. You guys look very excited to be here. Siwe's just sitting there like, girl, get to the point. I want to discuss this thing and get off here. Siwe, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm fine, thanks. And you?
I love the color that you're wearing.
Thank you very much.
Maybe I'm green, bottle green.
I wouldn't know. I don't do fashion.
Earth green.
I just...
Is it just green?
Yeah.
Earth green.
I just pick clothes, put them on, move on with life.
You'll never be a baby mama. Why don't you just come put clothes? Don't you find it weird that the baby mamas are always the pretty girls?
Yeah. Straight up. Straight up.
Baratadilo. Anyway,
Okay.
Siwe, tell us a little bit more about yourself, where you're from, what you do, you know.
Okay, I'm Siwe Ngaba. I'm from the Eastern Cape. That's where I grew up. I went to school in Bloem. Now I'm here in Joburg looking for greener pastures. I work for a social media agency and yeah.
Greener pastures. Are you finding any greenery there in the social media industry? Let me not talk about your company. Let's talk about the industry itself.
Yeah, I am.
Moving slowly but getting there.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
That is awesome. Pumlani.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Seeing you.
The other days though.
I feel like you don't see me other days though. You just see pictures, but I'm...
You slaying.
No.
Are you on Instagram?
Yeah.
Follow.
Check me out.
Beastie. Why not Beastie?
The rowdy one. Infamous.
You guys are naughty on social media. Hey?
How? We're just honest. I mean, like, that's the type of person I am. I'm a very honest person. Like, I mean, if I've got something, I'm going to share it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So today you're going to tell us about these baby mama drama. You're going to tell us these girls, and actually it's not just baby mamas. I think baby daddies are also a bit of a problem, but you know, it's on different degrees and different levels. But in any case, tell us a little bit about Pumlani, Twakai.
My name is Pumlani Kango. I'm from the Eastern Cape. Born and bred there. I went to school there and then I went to Cape Town, moved to Joburg for greener pastures. I've worked around in Joburg, but now I've settled in a social media agency with Siwe. So that's what I'm doing now, but I'm just looking to see what's out there at the moment. So
I studied in the Eastern Cape. But, so funny, I studied in Grahamstown, and I actually believe that is the Eastern Cape. Like, when people start from the Eastern Cape, I'm like, they know roads.
I just feel like all of you are the same because everyone always just talks about the whole thing that they think PE is the Eastern Cape because they'd be like, oh my gosh, we didn't know there's actually better places outside of PE.
Shem. People at home can hate me all they want. I went to East London last week.
What's wrong with East London?
Oh my gosh. Hi, East London. There's nothing there.
Depends where you went and whoever took you to East London.
I was by myself and a colleague, and we, first and foremost, we drove up and down on some street. We're looking for the Tsohosan that is at Hemingway's. Then we call up the hotel and guys, where are you? Because it keeps saying they are on that road. Something avenue. I forgot what the avenue is. It's some.
Devereaux.
No. I forgot what the avenue is called. It's something on that avenue. We up and down. Then we realized no, it's on a service road. So that both the roads are called the same thing. We call the hotel. Tring, hello. We're looking for the Tsogasan. Where do we off ramp or where do we turn? Oh, you just take a left. Okay, where? Do you know where the Tsogosan is?
It's on, isn't it off the highway? Just off the highway as you're driving into East London?
No. It's in the mall. So this lady failed to say, come into the mall. I was like, oh my gosh, like seriously, lady, come on. You know, that was not a good start for me to be in East London. And then, yeah, guys need to fix your roads. Provincial government in the Eastern Cape really needs to fix those roads in East London. I mean, really.
It's problematic. I agree with you on that part. It's very
but it's fun. That's a topic for another day. Today we're discussing baby mama drama and baby daddy drama, because there is baby daddy drama. What is a baby mama? Do you mean sure?
Before we start, can I just say, so we came across a tweet recently that said the baby daddy basically is asking now the baby mama to skip out on maintenance because the girlfriend's birthday was coming up. So people were feeling some type of way about that.
Slow down. Okay, so Nali Punlana Rachola, when our baby mama, keep birthday yaka. So you must skip this month because he needs to fund my birthday.
Yes.
These men have liver. You men out there have CBT, because this is not about. And I think that's actually something we need to touch on, is that men think that the maintenance is for the woman. It's not. It's for your child. I mean, how am I supposed to explain to your toddler that they must skip out on their maintenance?
And just based on that tweet, it also just shows you why some baby mama's behavior is justified. Because now if you're asking me to now scrape, and you know my circumstance, and I have to be scraping for that month because you want to go find your girlfriend, when I feel like a kid is more of a responsibility than your relationship. Because I understand if you're married and you've got kids, then you're like, okay, you know what, but at this month I need to do this for my kids this side. But
that's not even a justification. This is also your child. But you said that your girlfriend with so much, you know, I hate it's your girlfriend. Do baby mama? Okay, no, we can't even move on. We need to tell what's a baby mama. Come on, baby mama. Who do we call a baby mama?
It's the person who. So if Rajola and then we have a baby.
Okay.
So it's usually, from my understanding, it's usually the person who they have a child out of wedlock. So
in general, if you have a child out of wedlock, you are a baby mama.
Yeah. Even if you have a child out of wedlock and you date for 10 years, you're still a baby mama. That's all you'll ever be.
Function how baby mama fair.
There's none of that.
Oh, so there was no commitment to you to say you are my wife. Yeah. So ultimately, baby mama.
Yeah. Because that's what you're doing. You're making babies for him.
Factory.
For example, Courtney and Scott. Courtney's a baby mama because she gave him 3 kids.
She manufactured. She was out there pushing.
That's the thing. And now
it doesn't matter how rich they are, she is still a baby mama.
These feminists are going to have us. Can we just put a disclaimer for all the feminists out there? We love you, we appreciate you, and you keep us going. But today we are talking real life here. We're not going to sugarcoat things. If you're not married, you are a baby mama. We don't even have to. Okay, so we've got that on lock. You are a baby mama. Now, my question is, are they sinister, these baby mamas, when the relationship is now over and there's a new person in the picture? So Pumlani nami say, "Mina now say Jola, we have a baby, we break up, you start dating Siwe." Is my behavior sometimes a little bit sinister?
The thing is, it depends.
Is it justified?
It depends. If you're using the child to actually just interfere in my relationship with Siwa, then your behavior is not justified, because you can't now, every single incident that happens, it's about the child. Even when I get there and I see it's not about the child, then nah, come on.
Child is 8 months, can barely talk. And that time the child's going,
and this is 10 o'clock at night, trying to sleep.
All you hearing on the phone.
Because I think it's just, if you're trying to control me and interfere in my relationship using the child, then that's when it becomes an issue, and you actually find out that they're actually doing it for themselves and not for the actual child, then definitely that behavior is not justified. But I mean, if now you're going to be asking Siwe not to be, if I'm asking Siwe not to give her maintenance this month because I want to pay for your birthday party, then your behavior is justified. If you're going to come now and be calling him up and be like, no dude, like come on, because you have a child and the child's a responsibility.
So it goes both ways. It goes both ways. In other words, there are times when men agitate these women to a point where they behave, they act out. In any relationship, if your man starts doing funny things, or you act out. It's because maybe what. Okay, wait. If you guys, if yourself, Mlani, and I have a child, do we still have a relationship? Is there a level of a relationship between us? Or is it over? Your relationship is only with your child. I bore you a kid, hey? Let's not forget that.
There will always be ties. And those ties are a relationship. Just like with family.
So then I've got a right over you.
No, not necessarily. Not necessarily. You guys have ties. But the tie is the child.
Okay, but what I'm asking is, do I have a right to call you up at night and crying and saying, let's say the kid gets
first tie on the side of the road.
Yes, and I need to get home because the babysitter needs to leave. Do I call you? Do you get what I mean? Because it's not necessarily about the child. It's about me, but I'm linking it to the child because I'm the baby mama. I'm the one who's taking care of your child. Now I'm afraid of getting home late because of my safety first, 1. 2, the babysitter needs to go home. Can I call you? You're at dinner with your new girlfriend, but my tie has burst, and then what must happen now?
Okay, but why do you know that your partner, your ex-partner, your baby daddy is at dinner with the person?
No, that's just hypothetical. Let's say you are. It doesn't have to be at dinner.
If you're calling because you're really in trouble, there's nothing wrong.
So I just still have a stake over you.
Probably.
I mean, it's one of those things. Like I think like it depends on how your relationship ended. Because if your relationship ended like badly, then there's definitely no way you'll be calling your baby daddy to be like, I'm stuck on the side of the road. But if it ended on a good note and you guys still keep in communication and you guys have a good relationship because of your child, then I'd say definitely. And I mean, like, even the girlfriend is gonna see that, okay, no, this is innocent and there's an actual a tire burst there. So I think.
But I find that men most of the time, and I say this quite a lot on the show, is that men are so soft. You guys are softies. You guys are soft. You will say to your baby mama, call me whenever you're in trouble. But do you really mean it? Because then I call and now it's like, you're always calling. But in any case, that's a topic for another day. Let's get back into this baby mama thing. Okay, so you're saying it depends on the relationship and how it ended. Yeah. So if it was a messy end and I don't want to speak to you, lawyer anyway, how women get, we are very, our mouth is very, it's very slippery when we're upset. Yeah, so we've now fought, but ultimately now we've fought. The relationship has ended badly, and now I'm saying you can't see the child.
That's just wrong.
Am I justified in saying, because you hurt me as a person? What's
if I paid for the stomach.
So what, you think paying maintenance gives you rights?
I'm saying, let's say if the child was introduced, paying the stomach.
Oh, you mean
don't say damages.
It is damages. Is it a damage?
Is it a damage? The child can't be damaged.
It shouldn't be damaged, but I mean, like, if I've paid the damage, then I feel like I'm still entitled to see my child. But I don't want to make it seem like it's just about the money. But if I've been getting and making an effort with my child when you were pregnant, and then stuff like messes up after we break up, then you can't put that on me and say that, okay, you're treating me badly, when I was there for you in the 9 months of you carrying our child, and the damages were paid to your family. Then next thing you tell me I can't see my child. Nah.
But and I'll tell you why. When we come back from the short ad break, I'm gonna tell you why we're because you want the cake, you want to have your cake and eat it. Guys, we're going to come back, and when we come back, we're going to discuss that. What trial and like one patella? Hey, I wasn't a vending machine. Women are not vending machines. We do not birth children and carry a child for 9 months so that you can come in and out when you want and when you don't want. I think it's a bit justified. The whole thing was, I don't want you to see my child, but we'll discuss it when we come back. We are back on Assertiveness, the show that gives you the space to talk, debate, or sometimes just listen to things that really, really matter to us as South Africans, especially as young South Africans. We are talking today about baby mama drama, and just before we cut for the ad break, Upumlani, but we joined in studio by a special lady. Her name is Ashanti. She's all the way from the Eastern Cape. What's your surname again?
Kata.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. Because my tongue does not do the clicks, but I'm hoping to marry into a Xhosa family. It's not because of my current situation, no. I've always just wanted to. I've got an aunt who married into a Xhosa family, and every single family function she gets, we have her. Hey? Like I feel like she needs somebody nyana also, you know. But I also, more than that, I like the culture. I think it's vibrant.
So you're ready to work?
I'm not going to work.
They're gonna hate you.
I don't mind being hated, eh?
So you're not gonna be peeling when they be like having funerals or whatever?
No, I'll be making jokes. No, it will be optional. It will definitely, because they're not gonna pay lobola for me, so it will be optional. Best believe. My father's not about to throw me to the wolves, hey? Because you know Xhosa people are wolves. Anyway, hey. I did not say that. Ashanti, welcome to the show. You are coming to tell us about Apple Baby Mama. But before I get into who Ashanti is, I want to give you just the perspective that Pumlani was on. Pumlani says,
I was saying you forgot it.
No, I didn't forget, I'm upset. I want you to repeat it.
No, because okay. No, I was saying that you can't tell me now I can't see my child because of a personal thing between you and I, when you know I've paid damages for the child and I was there for you during the time when you were pregnant, and then obviously things messed up between us and then we broke up. So now you can't use the fact that we broke up, so that I can't see my child. It doesn't make sense.
Okay, so that's where we left off, Ashanti. Just quick about who Ashanti is.
I'm a fashion designer. I'm 25. I'm
Louis P clothing sponsor.
Sorry?
The Louis P clothing sponsor.
We can talk later. We can talk afterwards.
Perfect. Done.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, all right. So you said single. You stressed that single. Single. Are you on social media, Ashanti?
I am on social media. I am.
Do you want to tell us where we can find you on social media?
On Twitter, it's at BaddieBlack, BADDIE_BLAQ. And Instagram, Black Rose Dawn.
Hey, other people have focus. We spell Lile, guys. I feel like I didn't know, but we know you are at Beastie because we know. See, where are you on social media?
Yes, I am. Both Instagram and Twitter at Kumalokazi. Kumalokazi.
Kumalokazi.
Yes, because my Kumalo was taken.
Oh, okay. So you're out there just alienating the white people. So you don't need to find me. You don't need to find me. There's absolutely no reason for you to find me. Is ultimately what you're saying. Anyway, let's jump right back into it. I'm saying to Pumlani warqayela, because I feel like in life, you cannot think that paying damages gives you claim to your child, because that means you are coming in and out of the child's life as you please. So when it suits you, 2,000, and then tell me when you want to see your child and when you don't want to see your child, and then what's the deal?
But it's the same with you. You're basically doing that thing of, so it's going to depend on your mood for when I can see my child. So if you're angry with me, I won't be able to see my child. How? That doesn't make sense.
It doesn't work. It does not
work. Me.
What if they come to see me on weekends? Is it a different situation?
Oh. So I mustn't enjoy weekends with my child because they need to see you. Where were you during the week when the child was having a high fever? Did you tell me when
you didn't give me a chance to be around? That's what he's thinking.
No, what do you mean I didn't give you a chance? The relationship ended. It's not my fault only.
The romantic relationship ended, not the relationship with the child. That shouldn't end.
Oh, okay. Well, then take your child and live with your child. Then most men are going to go say, what are they going to say when we tell them take your child and live with your child?
But I
They'll
feel
take
like
the
most
child.
men, yes,
You'll
they
just be
will.
uncomfortable
They'll
with the
step
woman
up and
in
take
and out
the child.
of the child's life.
And then
They'll step up and take the child. Then there's a stepmom involved.
How many men take the child, guys? Let's now be realistic now.
I mean, for a big part of my life, I was raised by my dad. So,
Okay.
you know, some men do step up.
Some men.
Some men.
I like the
You need to
operative
give them
word,
an
some.
opportunity, though. But
Yeah.
if you're being like a harsh baby mom and you're giving them a chance to, they won't.
How old are you?
25, 26, 21, 26, yeah.
No, it's not the same. This is 21, 26. What?
Depends what date it is.
So if you're dating a man, let's say you guys are dating right now, you fall pregnant, and let's say you're dating somebody who's 27, he's just hit his senior job, or they start like a TTI, then you fall pregnant. Remember, the pregnancy thing is never the man's fault. It's we somehow fall pregnant by magic. Like boom, baby, I'm pregnant. Really? How? Well, remember that day? You know, men like to act like that. But in any case, so you now fall pregnant and baby comes after 9 months. This guy is just but you know, then you guys break up. Don't you guys find it disgusting that men can break up with you while you are pregnant?
Yeah, that's wrong. That's wrong.
what you are.
That's wrong.
Why are you breaking up with me during one? Because it's hormones.
What if you're difficult?
It's hormones.
What if he can't do it anymore? What if he didn't want the child?
You can't defend
Then
that.
why did he have unprotected sex?
But that's then now you, both the man and the woman. Why did you guys do it?
Responsible, but I mean, he must take some responsibility and he must stick around.
I feel like the worst thing we can do to ourselves as women is to fall pregnant by a guy that you know does not want a child.
But it's not like you calculate and you sit there and you're like, okay, this guy doesn't want a child, let me fall pregnant. Sometimes things do happen.
Things do happen, but then take the responsibility. Accept that the child.
Oh, so it's not, it's your fault. Oh, so
I'm not saying it's your fault, but as a woman, it's your body. I say, as a woman, take the responsibility. When you fall pregnant, that child is yours.
There's a saying in my language
is yours.
that ngwana ki ngwana mosadi. So a child belongs to the woman.
And it will
Are we going to
always be
perpetuate
like
that saying? Are we going to support it right now, today? I support that saying.
I feel like I support it.
Did you make the baby by yourself?
No, you didn't. But as a mother, you will go through the 9 months of carrying someone in your stomach. You will give birth. You have the deeper connection to that human being.
So then you have the right to tell the man you will not see my child. Done. Sibeke phansi ke. Qedile ke. Because like, if we mustn't be what's it called? A hypocritical society. If you guys are going to tell me this is your child because you are the mother, because you carried the child for 9 months, I'm not a vending machine, Keita. You don't put in 5 rand and then you put me Coke and then you carry the Coke and you drink it. And then when you don't want the Coke anymore, or when the Coke doesn't suit you drinking now cream soda, you bring it back to me.
But is it in the best interest of the child to not have a father?
It's not in the best interest of a child, but it's also not in the best interest of a child to have a father who comes in and out.
Then make the decision to say that I don't want you to be around my child. Own it. Make the decision and then own it. So if you want to prevent the father from seeing the child, then make that decision and own it. Own up to it to the point where when the child is 25 and asking you, why did I not have a father in my life? You need to have an answer.
No, granted, I don't think, I think in the past it was, you know, then parents say, oh no, your father is dead. I don't know where they get that excuse from. Oh, your father passed on. When?
It was easier.
I think women of today have the right to tell a man, you will not see this child if he didn't stick around. If he doesn't stick around, I mean, guys, let's be honest now. This thing is not just about logic. There's emotions involved, you know? So my thing is now, somebody has hurt you. They left you while you were pregnant in your most vulnerable state. Most vulnerable state. And then all they're saying to you is, actually, you are useless, but you are carrying my child, so I'm going to stay. I want to see my child. Let's be honest now. Will you let that person?
I think this is the problem with men. You're not leaving your child, you're leaving this woman. And that's where we get confused about, okay, just because you're ending my relationship doesn't mean this guy is ending the relationship with my child. And as a woman, you need to be able to say, who am I going to put first, myself or my child? Yes, this guy is a dog, he's a scumbag, that's fine. But if he's willing to have a relationship with my child and he's consistent, then give him a chance.
Give him a chance, is what we're saying.
But if he left you during the pregnancy,
Definitely doesn't belong. Definitely
I
doesn't
don't think
belong.
so.
Now you want a child because a child is okay. Here's the other question: is a child when the child is born, or is a child when the child is conceived and we find out there's a child? Because then you cannot choose the first 9 months to not be in the child. If we're saying the child, when is the child a child?
I think when it's conceived,
Conceived, yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, just like we have emotions, men have emotions too. Maybe he's going through his own things and it takes a while for him to accept that I have a child, you know. I'm not saying but let this guy keep coming in and out of your life, but give them that initial chance to say, okay, you know what, I'm going to decide to raise my child. I'm going to be there. And let him be around.
And now I've given birth. Give me 15 years to get through my emotions. I mean, if you're gonna have emotions in my guys, then first 9 months is the most crucial.
It is.
You need support.
Yeah.
You do. I mean, a woman needs support. So for me, I think it's very justifiable that women can. It's justifiable. It is not right.
But I think that's where you can gauge if the guy actually wants to be in the child's life from the minute of conception. So if they're going to be in and out, you can already see that, okay, this person's going to be in and out of my child's life. And obviously, if he has distractions like a girlfriend, then it's going to be problematic because I don't want to subject my child to that where now they go out, they go sleep over at their dad's place on the weekend and their dad's just busy with a girlfriend and you know what I mean? No, it's but the thing is, have you never heard of like children who the dad is there but the dad is so focused on the girlfriend and or the wife with the new children, the fact they'll tell you, okay, I'm coming to get my son this weekend and we're gonna go watch a soccer game. That doesn't happen because he's spending time with the girlfriend. I mean,
or you see a difference. Let's say he says, okay, I'm coming to fetch my child for the weekend, and then the new girlfriend's also got a child, and you can see that
yeah, one is wearing full jeans.
Another one is wearing jeans, is wearing whatever, what do they call them?
MX.
MX. You can see. Do you put your child through that?
Yeah, that's.
Do you put your child through that? Or he says he's fetching his child. One day you will rock up there at his house. You find he's gone with his boys. He's playing PlayStation. My question is that then what's good for your child? Are we saying we are going to put a child through that just for the sake of we don't want to be seen like psycho baby mamas?
That's a valid question because it, honestly, like the whole thing of the relationship between a child and a dad is important because I mean, as we mentioned, that the females are the ones who carry the child for 9 months, and as a dad, you don't have that advantage of coming in and being like, okay, we have that special bond. You have to that natural bond. Yeah, you have to form that. So now, if you're going to be playing around and doing those things, then I don't think you deserve to be called a father. Honestly.
My other question that I wanted to ask is, okay, so I give this gentleman a chance. He comes back into the life of the kid. Okay, I know we're happy. He's seeing his kid every weekend, whatever. Children don't understand those systems. What happens on a Wednesday, this child is going to play a soccer game and says, Ma, where's dad? Where's dad? Now dad is not there. Now you're forcing it. Now during the week, papa.
But I mean, I feel like at the same time, there are people who are married who have kids, and the children don't have a father figure anyway. You know, it might happen that the dad might be a bit, scaly and not really present, but that happens to people who have fathers who are around. So
I don't know. I think for me, it would be very dangerous for me to comment on that because sometimes, I don't know. Sometimes it's better to just feel like somebody is there even if they're not there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Knowing that in the back of your head, it's like if you break up with someone, if they still respond to your SMSs, there's like some kind of, don't you feel like some kind of comfort? Yeah. It only hits you when the person just cuts you off and they really stop responding. And now it's like, can't we broke up? This person is no longer there. But sometimes the person can ignore you, but you feel like, they still respond to SM. There's a little bit but it's fine. Okay, well, it's fine. Let's move to the next scenario. Next scenario, you find out you are pregnant. This guy says have an abortion. Have an abortion. The whole 9 months, have an abortion. You can still have an abortion after 6 months. You know, men are so ignorant. You can still have an abortion. Fine, you carry on, you don't have an abortion, you keep your child. Am I expected to still be nice? When the baby's born and he wants to come back?
Like you said, your child. You keep your child. So it's your child.
But if somebody says have an abortion, they ultimately, that's them saying it's your child.
Exactly.
Because
So
I'm not
when the
interested.
baby is
Yeah,
born, I
it
don't wanna
is
be a
your
part of
child.
that.
He's got nothing to do with it.
And
He needs to know that. You need to know that.
And I can make any decision that I want.
Because it's
Even
your
if family
child.
comes and says they want to pay damages, I can tell my family we don't want their money.
But that's problematic. That's problematic in the sense that we can't be those people. Like if he realizes, okay, after 9 months, I want to be in my child's life because...
And then one not alien.
No, yeah.
Stamp.
That's the thing. I get it. They always say that like kids that are always denied always end up looking like their dad. But we can't. I'm saying like we can't be those people. Like allow the guy to come in. We can't be humans who want second chances, but then we can't give other people second chances.
But yeah, abortion, you're not second chance, my daughter.
But now if he wants to come back, that's the thing. I'm saying if he wants to come back and he's making an effort and you can actually see that it's genuine, it's not one of those, I'm just trying to get in the child's life or I'm just trying to get back in your life to mess up your life. No, I mean, if he's genuine about his intentions, then I'd say give him a second chance to allow for your child, not for you, because the sad thing about this situation is that if he's not genuine about his intentions, he could harm the child now on a weekend when he's spending time with the dad. But I mean, second chances.
Okay, you know what? I think we are speaking from a human being side. What does the law actually say? Can we get somebody on set to Google for us what the law says? Raptor, can you Google for us what the law says? Please, bring us the phone. We want to read what the law actually says. Are you allowed to keep a man away from his child as a mother? Or is it circumstantial? Is it, does the law then say, okay, that's fine. I think we're dealing with the baby mama drama a little bit better now. Now we're starting to think like humans, because I feel like I was thinking like a machine there for a minute. It's like, does money play a role? Does money dictate what allowances a man is given?
It does.
Or if I have money as the mother of the child, then I can just say to you, I don't need you, without thinking of everything else. Or so it's two-way. If I've got money, does it make me say, you know what, I don't need this man? Or if I'm broke, does it also make me desperate that this man can come in and out of my child's life? And do these women really spend this money? Barakadi weave. Barakadi weave got child maintenance.
But
A lot of the time.
But I feel like you see it in the behavior of people, like now when people are getting money for grants, like how much they spend on children. Because I don't know, I think they're getting like 210 or something like that. They would spend 110 or even 50 rand on the child, and then the rest is good.
On themselves.
Yeah, on themselves. Yeah, baby daddy, and they're spending the money, and then obviously because they know that they've got the grandmother's pension that's coming in to feed the child.
Hebatu. Baby daddy.
Yeah. Happens quite a lot in the Eastern Cape.
210. Let's split up.
Like they literally just buy nappies and they buy food, the baby's food, and the rest goes to them. Nappies, especially when the baby still is like small. It's nappies, obviously clothes you probably get from like family, like extended family. So you won't really spend that much on that, because some people will be like, oh, you're having a child, they'll help you out. But when it comes to the 210 and you have to spend on the child,
Most of it doesn't go to the child.
yeah.
Yo. Guys, that for me is shocking. I don't know how people can split 210. I mean, really, you get 210, really just spend it on the child. Don't even look in any other direction, spend it on the child. What is 210?
It's not even enough for the child.
Not even close. We're going to take a quick ad break, and we're going to hit the streets right after the ad break, find out what the streets are saying about having a baby mama, whether there's a bit of drama, or whether it's actually justified, whether their behavior is a little bit justified. When we come back, I want us to talk about baby daddies and the baby mamas, baby mamas is what they're called, yes, and their future relationships. Does having a baby affect you having a future relationship? Please stay tuned in, we'll be back. We are back on Assertiveness, the show that gives ordinary South Africans the space to talk about things that really matter. Today we're discussing baby drama, baby mama drama, and baby daddy drama. Just before we cut for an ad break, we asked Lerato, who never brought the phone on set, to Google for us the law in South Africa that talks to this entire thing. So I'm going to quickly read here on this nice phone, whatever phone this is. On the 1st of July 2007, the New Children's Act 38 of 2005 came into effect. I'm going to give it to you in a nutshell, what it says. The biological mother of a child has full parental responsibility of the child, whether she's married or unmarried. Right, that's one. The biological father of a child has full parental responsibility of the child if he's married to the child's mother, or if he was married to the child's mother at the time of the child's conception, birth, or in the time between the child's conception and birth. An unmarried biological father may ask a court of law to grant him full parental responsibility if, at the time of the child, he's living with the mother in a permanent life partnership, consents to the identified child as the father, successfully applies to be identified as child's father, pays damages in terms of customary law, or contributes or has tried to contribute to the child's maintenance and upbringing for a reasonable period. So you are right. If the father pays damages, according to customary law, the father has rights to the child. So the mother actually can't say no. It's tough, Linda.
That's the thing. That's what I was saying to you, because customs in South Africa are very important. Like, it would be different if it was in the UK or wherever, because I'm sure they don't have those kind of systems where you have to pay for damages, because I mean, most of the time their pregnancies are planned, I guess.
But then is the law not creating a very dangerous precedence to say that men can just come in, pay damages? Because I mean, God forbid your family is that, family that doesn't know much or doesn't have much, and they say damages is like a goat. And then I mean, they spend goat money in these clubs, comes and pays a goat, and then he thinks he's got ownership over the child. He can just now come in and out as he pleases.
I think you must also look at the meaning behind damages, because it's an apology of some sort, and it's saying, listen, I understand, what happened, and I'm trying to make things right going forward. So look at the meaning and not necessarily what he's done or what he's giving up as damage.
How they aren't, rather.
Because I mean, if he's willing to go and say to the family, listen, I'm sorry and I want to make things right, maybe he does have good intentions.
Are those always the intentions of people when they pay damages, though?
I don't think so, but if you don't have good intentions, then why even bother?
You're doing it because some people just do it for the sake of this is what we do, because we're Africans, and it's African, but in customary law.
Forced by their family.
Or they're forced by their family, because we've got these modern men these days. Exactly. Or rabatangwana to carry their surname. Then they will pay.
Which is true, because I recently learned from a Zulu guy that he paid, and he said, I don't want to even call it damages. We paid the girl's family, for the son to have our surname.
So
basically, but he was saying that now it's his son, it's his family's son. So my next question was, so if one day the baby mama decides life is too rough, maybe you're even dead, and decides to take the child to your family,
will they accept him?
And he said yes. So I was like, in that case, I understand. But this damages word, it's...
Yeah, I think first of all, the word damages just sounds terrible. I mean, in my language, it's called urobile motuloto, knee, whatever. But my thing is damages. I mean, it sounds terrible. The way you said it, no, it's not damages. It's paying. It's saying, we apologize for impregnating your child before marriage. Ultimately, what it actually was in the past, if I remember what my mom said to me, it was, we were all believed to be virgins, It's so nice. Our parents think we're virgins. We are virgins. Yeah. Mom and dad, I'm still a virgin. It's okay. So it was more of deflowering their child. But now we know, on the streets, and they are falling pregnant left, right, and center, So I guess the word damages, no.
But what did you damage? That's my thing. Did you damage
my body? What do you mean? Now I'm going to blow up.
If you're also willing, that's why I'm just like, it's because we're both consenting adults, and whatever happens beyond that shouldn't actually lead to what we call damages, because at the end of the day, we're both consenting adults, and then afterwards we can talk about the whole thing. Okay, if you want to keep the child and I don't want to keep the child,
what if he doesn't come to your family?
What is he
That's
apologizing
fine,
for?
but just to scrap the whole thing altogether, no.
What is he apologizing
I'm already going to
for?
give birth. I'm going to have to spend whatever money I have on this child, my child. So if you can come and say to my family, listen, I know I did wrong, I'm sorry, here's my intentions going forward, then do it.
What is he apologizing for? What wrong did he do? Because coming back to the fact that you are two adults, you're having sex, if it's unprotected, it's going to end up in a child. Duh. If then another condom, bro, whatever. Funny stories. What is he actually apologizing for? Because then you guys had a discussion. Okay, I think the whole abortion thing is a totally different conversation for another day. You know, we're opening up a can of worms there. But let's say you also said, okay, fine, I want the child. What is he apologizing for?
To the family for not marrying you first, because he knows how it's supposed to be done. So now there's this baby, and you know, according to your customs, you're not supposed to have children before marriage. So he has to apologize.
What if he never wanted to marry you? Exactly.
What if you were just a girlfriend?
Then that's fine.
What if the child is here and he still doesn't want to marry you?
That's fine. I don't think you should be forced to marry someone because you have a child, but you should acknowledge the child and acknowledge your actions. That's it.
especially in the cases of one night stands. So am I forced to marry?
Yeah, you could call it
Yeah,
that.
people
So
must
you're not-
acknowledge their kids though.
Oh, okay.
They must acknowledge their kids and then decide, am I going to be a present parent or not? And then you move on from there. So that if you want to leave, leave.
Okay.
But I think also another problem I was saying now, like the whole thing, what if you were just a one night stand and I don't see you like that?
But
So am
still
I forced-
I
acknowledge.
don't even remember your name.
But acknowledge.
That was fine.
You were a one night stand. I come back to you and say, this is what happened. Acknowledge. And then say, but I don't want anything to do with this. And then you as a woman need to move on with your life.
Aye, tough, guys. It's actually very tough.
What would you do? You can't force someone to be there when they don't want to be there.
It's going to hurt you and the child even more.
It's very tough. I think just to wrap up the conversation, let's quickly go into baby mama versus baby daddy in terms of future relationships. Why is it that men, they don't like women that have kids, but now when they've got kids, it's like, is it because they don't live with the child?
No, it's pride. It's definitely a pride thing, because it's also a thing now you're going to go back and your family be like, how you're raising someone else's child. Imagine now you're going back home, like back to the rurals, and they're telling you you're raising someone else's child. This child doesn't even have your surname, you know.
But I can be a baby mama. I can be a stepmother.
It's definitely, it's a huge double standard, but it's exactly what it is. It's reality that as a man, we want our children or to carry our family name. So now if, I'm raising someone else's child,
adopt.
but they won't, will they change their surname?
Yes. I know.
Legally, yeah.
Yes, a couple that when they got married, the girl had a son already. And they got married. When she changed her surname, she changed the son's surname as well. So,
Guys, I think we could really sit and have this conversation the entire day, because in my head I'm already thinking of 1,000 things after you've just said that, and I'm like, I don't know. I think for me we are very far from where we want to be in terms of progression when it comes to traditional affairs versus modernization. And I think we should actually on another episode talk about that. I think it will be very eye-opening in terms of what people think, where we almost want to dabble into culture and then also dabble quickly out of it. But thank you very much for coming through today. It was lovely chatting to you guys. Yeah, let's not find ourselves in baby mama drama situations, guys. You know, if you don't have a kid, rather just not date someone's got a kid. That's how I see it, because you can't be forced into a parent responsibility. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, Anyway, everybody at home, thank you very much for tuning in. That was baby mama drama and baby daddy. I mean, it's so sad that baby mama has got a negative connotation to it, because you are someone's mother, and it's a beautiful thing to be someone's mother. Thank you very much once again for tuning in. This is Assertiveness. If you are not assertive, you really cannot sit with us. Bye.